Hello, welcome to Web of Stories. My name is Melinda. I look a little disheveled because I am filming this at the end of the day, and usually I film at the beginning of the day when the kids are in school, if I can, and that's not the case. So there may be crashes and all sorts of things. In fact, this is the second time I filmed it because I had a muscle car go by and a Skype call, and I never get Skype calls. I had a Skype call come in. But anyway, back to what we're talking about. This is a Tuesday, so we're doing a Tag Tuesday, and I have a little confession, is that the Mild Rumpus tagged me in this in February, and I just found the video because I'm so far behind. I'm trying to go between old video and new video, and I just came to his and I realized he tagged me, and I didn't see it. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the favorite people tag. And what's really interesting is after this video, I was looking at the queue and my of the videos I need to watch. There's like 4 renditions of this tag. I mean, other people doing the tag. So I'm going to do my responses now before I get to those. So there are 8 questions. Only the first is bookish. And I guess, this is a great way to get to know a little bit more about me. I don't think any of these it's probably not going to be anything surprising. So the first question, name your favorite author. I have 3. Well, I'm going to do 3 living and 3 who have passed. Living, not a surprise. William Kent Kruger, Louise Penny, Alice Hoffman. 3 that are deceased. Anne Bronte. I need to think about this one a little bit. Nathaniel Hawthorne, but just based on, I've done his short stories, some of his short stories, and The Scarlet Letter, which is one of my all-time favorite books. So based on what I've read, Nathaniel Hawthorne, and Victor Hugo. There you go. We'll get a little international flavor there. Okay. Your favorite comedy actor or comedian. So I don't watch a lot of stand-up. I don't particularly care for a lot of stand-up, honestly. But one that I do like is Jim Gaffigan. I was first kind of introduced to him when my kids were little, and a lot of his humor is about parenting. And so I really related to that. So I'm going to say, for one answer, I'm going to say Jim Gaffigan. And the other, I will say Kate McKinnon, because I think she's the funniest person who ever walked the face of this earth. And she is one of the most versatile comedians I've ever seen. So, yeah. Number 3, favorite dramatic or serious actor or actress. Emma Thompson. I love Emma Thompson. Full stop. There you go. Emma Thompson. Yeah. She can do no wrong. I've liked her since her very first movie, which was a movie called The Elephant Man. Editing, Melinda. The movie's not called The Elephant Man. It's called The Tall Guy. But in The Tall Guy, they do a musical of The Elephant Man. I know that makes you want to watch it, doesn't it? Yeah. But anyway, I can't believe I said that. And I'm not going to redo the whole video, so I'm just going to stick this in there. The Elephant Man is in a very, very small genre. In fact, there's only 2 movies in this genre of quirky British films starring Jeff Goldblum. And I also love Jeff Goldblum. And it's quite the movie. If you ever find it and you get to see it, it's quite the movie. It's worth a watch, and then you're going to be, what did I just see? But she's actually pretty amazing in it, and you realize this was her first movie, and it is very Emma Thompson's first performance. So yeah, Emma Thompson. It's also a comedy, so she's a good comedic actress too. Name your favorite political figure, past or present. So I'm going to be brave. I'm not actually going to be brave because if you've watched my channel at all, none of this will be a surprise to you. You know where I stand on the spectrum. I'm going to do present. I'm going to do present. So Barack Obama. I mean, he's retired from being a politician because he's done it all, but he's still very relevant in the political discourse. Pete Buttigieg, who I can't wait for him to be president because he will be president one day. I might tell you, Pete Buttigieg, he's where it's at. Probably the smartest person in politics ever. And Katie Porter. I don't live in California, but I love Katie Porter. I am a sort of person who's like, get to the point. I don't want any of this other garbage. Just get to the point, answer the question. And she's like the person who does that. And she expects that from other people. Yeah. So I'm going to miss her in Congress for the next term when she's not in it, because I'm filming this the day after Super Tuesday. And for those of you not in the United States, Super Tuesday is a day where a lot of states have their primaries. She was running in the primary to run for the Senate seat that was held by Dianne Feinstein, who died a while ago. And to run for that, she basically couldn't run to keep her House seat, but she did not win in California, it's the top 2 vote getters, and she wasn't one of the top 2 vote getters. It was so, yeah, but she's not going to be in Congress in the next session. I do hope that either she comes back after that session or she finds another, she gets put in another place in government, because I think we really need someone like Katie Porter. Okay. There you go. So, I should do past. My literary book boyfriend is James Garfield. Yes. So James Garfield, Ulysses S. Grant, who, has been maligned for a century. And I can do a whole thing on that. But like what you've been taught in school about Ulysses S. Grant is not true. The guy, it's not true. And I can go on and on and on about that. He was a much better guy than they taught you. And there's a whole reason for that too. And who else? For pure personality wise, I would say Theodore Roosevelt, although he did have some views that I find very problematic. But his personality was so huge. I mean, when you think of politicians in our past who had Teddy Roosevelt had the biggest personality of them all. So yeah, there you go. Okay, your favorite film writer or director. I don't really pay attention to this, so I don't really have an answer for this one, just because I don't really pay attention to it. At this point, I'm not watching a lot of movies. I'm not watching a lot of TV either, but I'm not watching a lot of movies, so I do, okay. I'll take the easy answer here. I'll say Greta Gerwig. I did like her Little Women. I have yet to see Barbie, but I'm sure I'll like it. I like the fact that she's kind of a boundary pusher, and she's a woman in a pretty much male field. So I'm going to say Greta Gerwig. Okay, your favorite new discovery. I don't know. Do I have a new discovery? I don't know. I don't know if I have a new discovery. I don't think I've discovered anything lately. I do have a makeup thing that I like. It's a little like lipstick, but double-sided, but it's not lipstick. It's like contour and highlighter on one, and it makes it really easy. So that's a new discovery. I think there's probably several brands that have this, but there you go. That's a new thing in my life. So yeah, that's the least interesting answer ever. I'm sorry. Okay, name your favorite musician or singer. So I don't like going to concerts. I've gone to concerts. I don't particularly like them. I don't like being in a crowd. It just feels, even before COVID, I would get really claustrophobic in it. And there's only 2 acts that I have seen more than once in concert. And one was only because my friend kept buying 2 tickets to see it. And then kind of like saying, no one else will go with me. Will you please go with me? Which is why I've seen Tim McGraw 4 times. But by choice, the only person I've seen in concert more than once is Mary Chapin Carpenter, and I do really love her music. It's very folky and, a little bit political, and just she's got a very lovely voice. And during the pandemic, she would do little still songs on Facebook from her kitchen. It was very, I really like Mary Chapin Carpenter. So there you go. Name your biggest inspirational person. So this is a hard one, but I'm going to say, I don't know if this is my biggest, but this is someone that I just find inspiring. And it's kind of top of mind because I recently came across her Instagram account. I was scrolling and then she showed up, but, Michelle Kwan. I remember, I was really into watching figure skating when she was at the top of her game, and when she was winning worlds, and she was such a beautiful skater. She still skates. Such a beautiful skater to watch. And I remember that twice she didn't win the gold medal. Twice, but she wouldn't say that. She would not say she lost the gold medal twice. She would say that she won a silver medal and she won a bronze medal, which I think is just that is so inspiring. The way that she handles that. She handled it with such grace, and I think she really deserved the gold the first time. The way that she just conducted herself, and she was so young. She was 15 or 16 years old the first time she went to the second time she went to the Olympics, because she was 13, I think, the first time she went to the Olympics, because that was the year that it was Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding, and they had to send an alternate because they were afraid they'd have to pull Tanya Harding because of criminal charges. So they sent this little 13-year-old girl there to the Olympics. She didn't compete, but she was the alternate. But yeah, she had such success at such a young age, and that could have really messed her up. If you look at what has become of a lot of her contemporary skaters, basically you're to the point of they've just kind of gone off to college and left the skating world, which is fine. Or they've had really hard lives, which is not, I mean, it's hard to have so much fame at a young age. And she has just really handled it so well. She went, she's college degree, and she's now an ambassador to Belize. So that's amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna say Michelle Kwan. Okay, I'm gonna tag some people. I did a quick kind of scan through who was there. So I really only have 2 people to tag, and you may already be tagged. I don't know, because as I said, I just realized I was tagged like in February for this. And that is Maria Andrea at Books and Bocadillos and Nicole at Noteworthy Fiction. You 2 are both tagged, if you aren't already. And anyone else who hasn't done this, this is kind of a fun get to know you sort of thing. So feel free to do it. So, and thank you to the Mild Rumpus for tagging me, and I'm sorry I missed it until now. Yeah, like, subscribe, join my Discord, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.